Hi there, Leah, Kim, Ryan, Grayson. I got it right. Good. I didn't forget anybody. Hope you're all doing well and having a good start to your holiday. This is your video lesson for today. There are three things I want to talk about, and then if you have any questions or anything you'd like me to look at a bit closer or follow up with anything, don't hesitate to send me over anything you'd like me to look at. I'm in the studio until I'm here until Monday, and then I'll be off Tuesday till the end of the year. So, and I'll be kind of in and out with my email at that point. Anyway, so the video lesson for today, three things I want to talk about. First is a horizontal hand, bringing his hand up to the fretboard to prepare him for the D major scale. If it's not perfect by the time we need the D major scale, don't worry about it. I'm still working on my technique. I've been working on it for 25 years. I still haven't perfected it yet. So let me show you how it looks. So I think I told him last time that I call this kind of like the wizard line on the hand. I do like a little palm reading kind of like skit, and I show him like this is like a super cool thing on your hand right here. And what you want to do is you want the neck of the guitar to follow that line. So when you bring your hand up to the neck, say like right here, what we're looking for is straight wrists when we play. If I bring my hand up to the guitar and have a straight wrist right here, let me get in proper sitting position so I can show you the right way. So, got my guitar, good heart to heart. The hand fall asleep, I bring it up to the neck. And what I want to do is I want to bring my hand up so it follows the lines roughly. If I do this right here, I showed him this a little bit last time. You can see right here, if you only can see that enough, but like when I pushed real hard, you can kind of see it was kind of following that line in my hand. So I bring the hand up to the neck, I touch right here like this. You see how it kind of follows. So it's not straight like this, it's turned a little bit. And it almost follows the lifelines or the creases in your hand. You bring that up, you touch, right? Look and see how my wrist is straight. And this is only for this part, for this scale. Don't try to shoehorn this into the G tonalization or anything else I was doing. This is just for a specific thing. You bring the hand up, you touch, you curl the pinky. Curl the pinky and you land it on the 5th fret. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on the 4th string. 1, 2, 3, 4. Right? You play Battleship, you can do this. So you have your finger, you arch the pinky, and you make it nice and tall, rounded pinky. Right? And you have these guys just hanging out right here. Sometimes I have the kids touch the string if they have trouble from him flying away like this. Touch the string. Right? Drop the hand, and you bring it back up one more time. Touch those lifelines in your hand, the creases, curl the fingers, and then remember coyote thumb behind here, right? Because you have your thumb kind of like right behind where the second finger is. One kid called a coyote, and I was like, oh, that's neat, I'm gonna keep that. So you bring it up, touch the wizard lines, get your coyote thumb on the back right back here. You make a round pinky, nice and tall, round pinky, that's what we're going for, right? Just do that. Do that this week. Don't try to take off too much. Don't try to do all of it all at once. Just one thing at a time. When we do the D major, you're going to see some stuff where his wrist is out like this. This will slowly kind of fix that. Or not fix that, but set it up properly. All right. And then number 2 is I want him to review the notes D, E, F sharp, and G on the 4th string. As you can see right here, I'm actually playing a 5-string guitar right now because I came to the office today and my my A string, my 5th string had broken overnight. It happens sometimes. So, but anyway, so I'll be on the 4th string right here. D is open. E 1st fret, or sorry, D is open. E 2nd fret. F sharp, 4th fret, and then G is 5th fret. So you can quiz him, go, okay, on the 4th string, where is E? Where is G? Where is F sharp? There's your practice more. And then D. So D, E, F sharp, G, and then G. And the reason why we're doing this is because he's now we're kind of wrapping up Perpetual Motion. We're starting with the second half of the first book. I always feel like the first book should actually be 2 separate books. We've kind of wrapped up that G major, or we've kind of completed that G major portion of the book, and now we're going to moving into the D major section. So I want him to be listening to Rigadoon a lot this week during the break, or sorry, next 2 weeks because we'll be out. So listen to Rigadoon a lot, and then Rigadoon starts off with those notes on that string. So if he even wants to try maybe figure it out a little bit, he probably could. So just tell him that Rigadoon starts off. Don't tell him the notes, right? it just walks right down. And you can ask him which direction does it move in. Does it go up or down? He goes down. If you start on G. So maybe give him the hint that Rigadoon is played on that, the first part of it's played on that string. So it sounds like. And then the next part does something different, but just if you can pick out maybe the first little bit of Rigadoon, that'd be great. If not, don't sweat it. We'll do it in here, and then make sure, like I said before, like listening to it a lot. Next thing is right hand thumb technique. So what you're gonna do? So now we're getting in the second half of the first book. We have to start preparing his hand to play counterpoint, or two voices against each other. Kind of like what you did when you did piano. I think, Leah, you mentioned that you did piano when you were a kid. You probably did a lot of like two hands together stuff. It's kind of very similar to what Grayson's gonna be doing. So what you'll do is you'll place your index finger on the G string on the third string. Let me zoom this down a little bit so you can see a little bit better. And of course, I'm missing my A string, the one I used here in my notes. So I'll just use the E string and just remember that I mean to use this one here. So what you'll do is you'll touch. What we're working with Grayson is making sure that his wrist doesn't go concave. So what you can do is put that hacky sack. I use these poppers here. You can put them underneath his wrist, his right hand wrist. So I'll put my index finger on the third string. There we go. So we can do this. It's harder when doing it by yourself. No, that's why you have a home coach. Let's try that again. Let's see if I can do this solo. So I put that right there on my wrist, right? So I have these back here, and that keeps my wrist nice and elevated. You want his wrist to be popping backwards, so keep that there. Good, and what you're gonna do, touch the G string, the third string here, with your pointer finger, right? You touch it right there, keep it nice and curled. And then what you're gonna do is he's gonna raise his thumb up. Now I'm gonna say the fifth string, but I'm gonna put my sixth string. So I raise my thumb up. So the thumb moves from the big knuckle joint back here, okay? My thumb moves up here and touches the fifth string, and then back down again. When I bring it back down, my finger is gonna touch the first tip joint knuckle of the index finger. So I'm here, I touch the sixth string. I'm not pointing inwards, I'm touching on the side, right? Touch on the side of the string. I'm pointing a little bit towards this way. I don't know my degrees very well, but my thumb is sort of kind of pointing this way, but it should not be pointing inwards like this, right? It should not be hanging over. It's more pointing towards the tuning pegs, with a slight turn into myself, right? So I'm ever so slightly pointing into the sound hole. So you can see right there that it's not completely like this; it's like that. Okay, so we go down here. I touch the tip joint. I raise my thumb up to that string. I'm going to touch the string. So I say touch, push. When I push, I'm not touching on the, you can see how much flesh I'm using on the thumb right here. I'm not totally in here like this. I'm just on the side of my thumb, not very far. And I push through, and I touch that first tip joint of my index finger. So touch, push. Touch, push, touch, push. And like I said, just practice. The first thing to practice, is just touching the string and raising the thumb up. Touch the string, raise the thumb up. Touch the string, G string, raise the thumb up, just like that. And then once he does that consistently and with a good wrist, with his hacky sack under there, push, touch, push. And you make contact with that first tip joint right there. Awesome. So that's what I want Grayson to work on for me in the break. Like I said, if you want to film him doing that a few times and then have me look at it, I don't mind at all. You're not bothering me. So good, work on that for me. And then everyone have a happy holiday, and I will see you all in the new year. Take care, guys.